Larry Brown has been named the new head coach of the Southern Methodist University basketball team. That and more coming up on the Rhino Hera Network. Today's episode is brought to you by the new 2012 Toyota Camry Hybrid. It's ready. Are you? And you see in the video there, you see that little yellow marker on the video trail. Please, when the marker gets to the yellow trail, and the yellow marker, whatever you want to call it, when an ad pops up, please click on one of the ads. On any ad. There's 3 ads you can choose from the little box. Please just click one. It does send money to my account, and it helps everything function better. So that would be appreciated. Thank you for all your support. Now, Larry Brown is returning to college to get back into coaching. The 71-year-old Hall of Fame coach was hired Thursday at Southern Methodist University. It is his first college job in nearly a quarter century and comes with a struggling program that is headed to the Big East after next season. Quote, "It's like a challenge, just like everything. The greater the challenge, the greater the opportunity," Larry Brown told the Associated Press by phone from his home in Philadelphia. Brown, the only coach to win both an NBA championship and an NCAA title, hasn't coached since leaving the Charlotte Bobcats in December 2010 after the NBA team's 9-19 start. His contract there was to run through the end of the current season. SMU hasn't won an NCAA tournament game since 1988, the year Brown led Kansas to the national championship in his last season as a college coach. Quote, "It's not like I haven't been involved. I live in Villanova. I've been to Kentucky's practices the last 2 years, Kansas practices, Maryland's practices, and Villanova. I've probably seen them practice 50 times a year," unquote, Brown said when asked about returning to the college level. Quote, "People have to understand you're coaching college kids in the NBA. So I found out kids want to be taught. They want to be coached. They want to be better. I really think the fact that I've had a background in both areas is going to help me." The Mustangs fired Matt Doherty last month after 6 seasons. Quote, "Larry Brown is one of the top coaches in the history of the game," said SMU athletic director Steve Orsini. "He is a legend and has made every team he has ever coached a winner. As we transition into the nation's top basketball conference, the Big East, his leadership will be invaluable." Wouldn't say that he's the greatest coach around. Just like you said, the Charlotte Bobcats were 9-19 when Brown left last season, or December 2010. Details of Brown's deal, including the lengthless contract, weren't released by the private school. Brown said he wasn't ready to discuss who his assistant coaches will be. He said he has had plenty of inquiries about joining his staff. Quote, "That's the hardest thing, I think. I don't have enough jobs to help people that have been great to me. It's been pretty painful in that respect." SMU will be Brown's 14th job in a 4-decade coaching career. Brown's first coaching job was at Davidson in 1972, though he didn't coach a game there before going to the ABA and then the NBA. He coached at UCLA for 3 seasons and Kansas from 83 to 88 and was the coach of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team that had a disappointing bronze medal finish. Quote, "We're talking about a Hall of Fame coach that's won both an NCAA and NBA championship and is the only coach ever to do so," said Kentucky coach John Calipari, who just won the NCAA championship and was an assistant under Brown at Kansas from 83 to 85. Quote, "He's been a friend and a mentor for many years, and I look forward to watching him take SMU to new heights." SMU last went to the NCAA tournament in 1993, 5 years after beating Notre Dame in a first-round game. Doherty was fired March 13th with 1 year left on the deal for the former North Carolina coach and player after he went 80-109 in 6 seasons. The Mustangs have lost 11 of their last 14, including a 47-28 home loss to UAB on February 15th. SMU has plans for a $40 million renovation of Moody Coliseum and built a new practice facility during Doherty's stint. The hiring of Brown came as SMU's search was going into its 6th week. Among other candidates the Mustangs talked with were Marquette's Buzz Williams, Long Beach State's Dan Monson, and Rick Majerus from St. Louis. Brown visited the SMU campus on Monday and Tuesday, long after showing interest in the job. Quote, "I was confident it was going to get done. I had phenomenal visits there. The people treated me so great. SMU football coach June Jones was an advocate. He's been trying to help me for a month, not give up, and to understand this is a great place for me, and I never doubted that." Brown has a reputation for impressive turnarounds and often messy departures from teams. When Michael Jordan hired him in Charlotte, Brown had been out of coaching for 2 years following a 23-59 mark in his only season with the New York Knicks. Yeah, not that great. Brown has held a record 9 NBA jobs. He was 1,098 and 904, the .548 winning percentage with Denver, New Jersey, San Antonio, the LA Clippers, Indiana, Philadelphia, Detroit, the Knicks, and Charlotte. He took all those teams but New York to the playoffs. Add in his 4 seasons coaching in the ABA and his 13-27 victories basically 1,327 victories, put in 9 shy from passing Don Nelson for the most all-time wins. Brown led Detroit to an NBA championship in 2004, and the Pistons got back to the finals in 2005 before losing to San Antonio in 7 games. Even during that second Eastern Conference championship season in Detroit, reports linked Brown to jobs in New York, Los Angeles, and Denver. The Cleveland Cavaliers had talked with Brown about becoming their president of basketball operations after getting permission from the Pistons. Within weeks after that season ended, Brown and the Pistons reached a settlement on the final 3 years of his contract that left him free to coach another team. He then went to the Knicks. His longest tenure with any team was 6 seasons with Philadelphia. He left the 76ers with 2 years left in his contract to go with the Pistons. Brown was 135-44 in 5 seasons at Kansas, but the Jayhawks were banned from the 1989 NCAA tournament after he left because of recruiting violations. He was 42-17 at UCLA, whose runner-up finish in the 1980 NCAA tournament was later vacated by the NCAA. So Larry Brown is the new coach at Southern Methodist University. For those who don't know where Southern Methodist University is, it is near Dallas, Texas. So we hope Larry Brown has a good time at SMU. We know that he is 71, so he won't be in the sport for much too longer, but we wish him the best. And please make sure, click on those ads. We need money being sent to this account to help us keep progressing. So thank you, and enjoy your evening. Go Coyotes.